everyone, it's me. I'm finally back and I am healthy AF. I have no idea what happened to me in September, but I died. I basically died. I became friends with death, but I'm back now and I am ready to show you the brilliance of October that you missed out in my bullet journal. I'm so upset. I made ghost sperms and everything. They look like ghost sperms, but it's okay because we're on to November. So November, let's just glance over the fact that September's gone, October's nearly at its end. I cannot even believe it. What's going on with the time? We're almost at 2020 and I actually have already started my 2020 bullet journal and I am friggin' pumped. I'm so excited. I already want to start filming it, so I might do soon. Anyway, look, there's my little ghost spermies. They're so cute. They're so cute. I love them so much. Anyway, so November I decided to do a poppy theme because obviously it's Veterans Day and Remembrance Day on the Sunday, the 11th of the 11th, where we remember fallen and still alive soldiers, ones that have fought for our country. And I just thought, oh, that'd be quite nice because I have a friend who's in the army. Shout out to Charlie. I doubt he watches my videos, I really doubt it, but we'll shout out to him anyway. Shout out Charlie. I tried to draw poppies and I'm really impressed with these poppies, guys. I'm so impressed with my poppies. I can't even stop looking at like my pages, and on camera it looks even better. I can't explain it, I really can't. But I just found a poppy picture, not like an actual poppy but a drawing of a poppy on the internet, and then I decided to freehand copy where it's on the screen, and I've got my book so I'm not like copying, if that makes sense. I'm still copying but not like underneath. Does that make sense? I'm not tracing, that's it. I'm not tracing it. I'm still copying it like by eye. And look at how fucking sick these look. They look banging. I'm so happy. I had such a fun time making my bullet journal this month. So much fun. I mean, I enjoyed October and I enjoy every month making my bullet journal. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did not enjoy making my Raven for September. I was so disappointed. But I usually enjoy my bullet journal and this was just so much fun. I couldn't stop making it. It still took me about 4 to 5 hours to complete the spreads, which, you know, that could be quite long, I suppose, for some people, but I enjoy it. It lets me be creative and I just like doing it. So if you don't like spending 4 to 5 hours on a monthly spread, then you could do something else. You could probably just print your spreads and pop them in. You don't have to really draw and paint and whatever I'm doing. But yeah, so I've also got craft paper, which I've used for the first time, and I use my beautiful stamps. You can see me stamping here. I have cut out quite a lot because it's just the same repetitive thing. It's me stamping and then me drawing and then me like watercoloring and then me doing the lines, and it just took up so much of the time. I was like, nah fam, I'm not gonna have this. I'm not having a 20+ minute video because I'm drawing some lines on a flower. You've already seen me do it. You've seen me do it quite a few times. Towards the end I start completely cutting them out, so you will see that. If you do want a more in-depth tutorial on how to draw flowers, let me know. I can try and make one. I mean, this is the first time I've drawn proper flowers and I am super proud. So proud. I just can't explain it to you guys. I really can't, because I mean, when you look at the cover page of November against like October, the last week of October, you can just tell the difference. Like, you got childish drawings and then actual drawing. So it's pretty funny. But they look really, they just look good. I'm so proud. Anyway. Yeah, fun fact, my sister was born on the 11th of November. Shout out to Chloe. Hi. She was born on the 11th of November and my family were thinking of calling her Poppy. They decided against that idea because they thought, oh, she could get bullied, who knows, and they decided to call her Chloe, which, well, it's just a really common name, isn't it? I mean, you have Cara, which is me, Chloe, Ria, which is like a completely unique name like Cara, and then Sam or Samuel. Like, so we've gone like unique, common, unique, common. I have no idea what happened there. So yeah, fun fact for everybody. That's my sister. She was going to be called Poppy, but she's not. She's now Chloe. Enjoy that tidbit about my sister. But yeah, anyway, oh yeah, so I'm actually, you've seen me use watercolors before, but I'm actually using a pencil watercolor, right? Because I tried to use the Tombow watercolors by drawing on it and then put in the pen over it, because that has worked for me in the past. However, it looked fucking awful with these. Like, I'm so glad I tested it out in the back. I'm so glad, because it looked shit. I was like, oh my god, that's really bad. So I got my watercolor pencils out. I haven't used them in ages. They're not even mine. They are my housemate from years ago. He went back to Hong Kong. He left quite a few art supply stuff here because he didn't want to ship them back. And I asked him if I could have them, and they're mine. So I guess they're mine now. But yeah, so I got some watercolor pens. They're not even good ones. They're literally like W.H. Smith basic. You can't get any cheaper or basic, but they are really nice. They're nice to blend. I use two different colours. I use like a red and like a more orange red to try and blend them out. And then I use two different greens. I use like quite a dark foresty green and a really bright green. And I was like, I don't like any of these for the stalks, which is why I decided to blend those together as much as I could. But overall, I think it turned out really well, actually. And I really enjoyed using the craft paper and stamps. I think it just, oh, mwah! Love it. I think it looks perfect. It really like screams to me, you know, wartime, and I don't know what it is. It just really does. Like, I made my boyfriend Tim a World War II sort of memoir book for his granddad, who was in World War II. He's passed away now, which is one of the reasons why I made it as well. And I thought it'd be a fantastic. He always goes on about his granddad and like how brave he was in the war, and he was captured and he got shot in the arm by an aeroplane. And oh mate, I just don't understand how people back then, they're just absolutely crazy. It's amazing what they went through and how they pulled themselves back into reality when they came home. It's incredible. But he went through a massive thing. I don't know all of it off by heart. I think he was captured, or he was in a train full of British and American soldiers, and I think the Americans shot down the train carriages thinking it was German soldiers, which unfortunately it was their own. So he did get shot in the arm by an aeroplane gun, which you can imagine the caliber on that was probably ridiculous. I've actually seen the bullet as well. He's got it, he's kept it, and that was really cool. And then I think he got captured by the Germans as well, and while he was bleeding and stuff, his sergeant tried to take him to get help. They were like, it was him and his sergeant, they were the only ones that survived that train. It was absolutely crazy. Like, you can just tell someone was out there looking after them. It's so heartbreaking to read the story, because he wrote letters as well of like detailing his time there. And yeah, his sergeant tried to carry him, but he just couldn't, because it was just too much weight and stuff. And Tim's granddad, who was called William, he nicknamed Bill, I believe, Bill Spence, he told the sergeant basically, just leave me here, mate. He literally, I mean, what a man. He just said, leave me, you go, bring help back here. And the sergeant said, if you survive this, find me. And years later, they actually did meet up. Like, his granddad was really old, the sergeant was really old. I don't know what age actually they were, but no, they met up. And how fucking incredible is that? Like, literally decades later they met up. It's just, oh, it's fantastic. It's really, really is. And I think a German soldier turned, when he was injured, he was in some long grass, and a German tank went past, and a German soldier saw him and turned the gun on him, and he was about, what, 18 or something apparently. He looked really young. I mean, they could have been younger back then. Like, boys, literally boys were signing up to go into war. It was crazy. And he basically looked at him and just thought, no, I'm not going to do it. So that German soldier showed him mercy, even though he was already injured. And it just shows you, doesn't it, that just because you're on different sides of the wall doesn't mean you're not human. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just really amazing. Anyway, I've totally babbled. Yeah, so shout out to all the soldiers, past and present. Love you guys. Thank you for securing my future. I sound like, I don't know, patriotic right now, I suppose. But yeah, to be honest, if they didn't win the war, I don't really know where we'd be, you know. But we are here now, and it's just good to give thanks, I think. It's a nice time to remember them and, you know, give back to what they lost. They lost a lot. I mean, the whole world lost quite a lot. Anyway, we will move on from that subject of the amazing Bill Spence and move on to this. So you've seen me do my cover page. I've talked over that. You've seen me do my calendar. I'm flicking through my bullet journal now because I can't remember. You've seen me do my YouTube tracker, my mood tracker, my habits, and this is the second part of my mental health. So the one thing I didn't talk about was my mood tracker. It looks completely different to what I usually do. So what I'm going to do is hopefully draw flowers. Each number represents, as you probably saw, different emotions, and depending on how I feel depends on how tall or short the flower is. And yeah, I saw it on Pinterest and I was like, oh, I like that. So yeah, I've just gone with that really. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I did any other spreads that were taken from Pinterest this time. I think I did the poppies on my own. How crazy is that? I did the poppies on my own! And then I've actually increased my few lines a day. I've added one more line to my journaling because for the last couple of days I've been struggling a little bit, and because of all the, you know, embellishments that I put around it, I'm finding that I have less space to write. So I've decided that I'm gonna increase it by just one line and we'll see how it goes, because I used to do actually quite a lot in terms of journaling, and I cut it down loads when I decided to have a break in, I can't even remember, I think it was May or April. I just fell out of journaling completely, so I just wanted to get back into it because it's just a really good thing for me to do, because I record my moods but then I forget why I am angry that day or why I'm really happy, and I'll be like, oh, why was I so angry this day? Like, I'll have like really good days and then a really angry day and I'll be like, what happened? And then I'll just flick back to the journal, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember. So it's just a good thing for me to do personally because I have a really rubbish memory, but also it really helps to look back in the future as well. Like, it's a nice record to see how my life progressed and how I was feeling at certain points, and like I could go back and see, okay, so during this part of my life I was really down because of these surrounding things, and I can see like common themes. So I just think it's a good thing to do. You don't have to do it, but you know. And I totally messed up, right? So October ends on the Thursday. Happy Halloween, everyone! I love Halloween. Anyway, so it ends on the Thursday, and I said, right, in all my spreads so far, I said that if there's more weeks, if there's more days in the previous month, then I will move the first week of the next month into that spread. So I'll have a full week, because I prefer having a full week rather than like half weeks. Anyway, and I messed up because I decided, for some reason, I don't even know why, I think I just wasn't really thinking, that I was going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as October, and then I had 3 days left, and I was like, oh, okay, what do I do now? So I decided, it actually fit really nicely and I'm really happy. So I decided to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the next page after this, which is this one. No, I'm moving too far ahead, but it's on the next one after this, and you can see it just fits so much nicer. And I did this neat little trick as well. So I put my, what's it called, craft paper? I put the craft paper down, and instead of cutting off the end, I decided to bend it around onto the next page, and I was like, yeah, I'm smart. How sad is that? I'm smart. Oh, it's so bad. And I've actually skipped a week of planning in this month due to I have a reading week coming up, which it is what it says on the tin, it's a week to do reading and research and stuff for uni, so I don't have any lectures and stuff. I might have shot myself in the foot a little bit if I get a job, because it'll be difficult for me to schedule it in, but you can see it's going to be on the right side. So I decided I'm going to do more of like a spider diagram of all the shit I want to get done in reading week, because there's so much I need to do every reading week. It's really bad. Oh yeah, so at the beginning of this, you can see that my nails are really scummy and disgusting, and now look at how sexy and beautiful they are. Oh, I love them so much. If you want a close-up, go to my Instagram. I have 2 Instagrams which you can follow, either or none. I have crazycaraX, which is my personal Instagram, and then I have crazycaraYT, which is for this. So, but you can follow either. So yeah, this is what I did. I just did reading week and I thought it looked kind of cool, so I just left it. And I didn't want to add any more roses and stuff, because if I'm honest, I couldn't be arsed. And I wanted, I thought the craft paper was enough. I had like the stamps and the colour still, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to do any more roses because it's just going to take fucking forever. Plus, I reckon it would take up too much room, and I really, like reading week, I wrote so much down last year. So I wanted to make sure I had enough for this year. So I really needed the space, basically. There you go. Look, you can see I've skipped some of that poppy, just because it was, no, you don't need to see me colour a poppy in and then put some water on it and then draw it and then draw all these tiny little lines. You don't need it. You don't need it in your life. I saved you. I fucked up here. So I wrote Monday and then I went to write Thursday, because for some reason I don't know weeks, days of the week. So sorted it, got my craft paper out and was like, oh, this is perfect. So I made it look like it was supposed to look like that, which is awesome. And actually I really like it, because I realized that there wasn't going to be any craft paper on the page, and I kind of wanted there to be some. So, and I kind of carried that theme onto this page as well by writing the days on there and then ripping it out. What I will say is I've tried writing these days with the Fudenosuke hardtip pen, calligraphy hardtip pen, to try and write the dates without doing fake calligraphy, because I do want to try and get better in my actual calligraphy. It didn't turn out so bad, you know. Monday is the best one. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday are a bit shit, and then the weekend is kind of okay. Yeah, so there's going to be a long learning curve basically with that, but I hope to get better at it basically. So yeah, don't look at my handwriting right now. Usually my calligraphy is not bad, it's actually quite on point, but yeah, it's bad at the moment. Oh yeah, and then I just found a quote. I wanted a quote about the poppies because I had this big page and I was like, okay, I need a quote. I want it to be about the poppy, I want it to be about the war. So I decided on this one, and basically it says, a poppy is tribute to all the brave warriors who risked their lives, past and present, so we might have a future. And I couldn't find who said that, so yeah. I tried doing that special font and it didn't turn out well, so I decided to again use that trick of cupping it up, and we are onto the flip through. So please do follow me on Instagram and everything will be linked down below. I had so much fun being back here with you guys, and yeah, I'll see you all probably next week or something. Bye, love you, bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment and share. Bye everyone, bye.